I've placed candidates with criminal records before, and it's not because I overlooked it, it's because I looked deeper. Hi, I'm Cam, I'm your corporate auntie, and if you've had your fingerprints taken by SAPS, you want to stay for this video, or at least save it for later. Let me tell you a secret recruiters don't want to admit. Just because you have a criminal record, it does not mean you're unemployable. There's quite a few things we consider when this crime happened. What is the nature of the crime? Is it in alignment with the role? Is it something that will hinder you from doing your job and doing it well? I'll give you an example. If you were fired for crime because you embezzled money at your previous organization and you're working in a finance role, don't even bother applying. I'm sorry, but that's a serious crime. Whereas you have a DUI, that doesn't necessarily impact the quality of work that you do. When I say I look deeper, I need to build trust with you, and you need to trust me enough to have these honest conversations. But more often than not, you don't have a recruiter like me. So I'm going to run you through some of the things you need to do when you have a criminal record and when is the right time to actually share it with your potential employer. 1, timing is so important. There is going to come a time where they are going to say, we're going to run checks. This could happen before you meet the hiring manager and before you go through the rigorous interview process. Commonly, this happens after you've met the hiring manager and you're about to get an offer. What's most important is when you mention it, before the checks are run, right? So they will say, we're going to run checks. That is your moment to be honest. And I don't want you to be honest via email. I want you to pick up the phone and have that human interaction. Call them and say, listen, this is what's up. This is what happened. This is when it happened. I just wanted to give you a heads up before we proceed with the checks. Happy to do the checks. I'll go to MIE and run my fingerprints if you're okay with it. Why is it important? Because you must understand that as you're going through the interview process, you're also building trust. And I'll give you one example. I've had a candidate who's unalived someone, and he worked in the mining industry and he was damn good at what he did. He had unalived someone and they still hired him. We obviously took a step further to say, okay, why do you have this criminal record? It's hectic. Sleepless nights. But he said, no, we had an intruder in the house and I was protecting my family, and that's how I went pew pew. And the client is like, well, that's quite commendable. We're still hiring him. And he wanted a lot of money, and they paid that lot of money. It's just because you have done something in your past and you're able to retell that story without the shame, being honest and vulnerable. It really does shift the conversation. I have cancelled candidates, and my client has also turned candidates away who haven't been honest in that process and have waited for the results to come. And then by my guts, and they act shocked and they're like, oh my gosh, I forgot about it. I was young. My sister, how do you forget a criminal record? My brother, don't do that. It's very important that you have those honest conversations, because I can advocate for you in the room when I know what it is. Because before I give your results, I'm going to call you as my client to say, listen, heads up, this is what's going on. I am running checks, but I wanted to let you know that this is the lay of the land. When those results come, the blow is already softened, and we have had conversations around how we can best maneuver this situation. And you also give us the power to decide whether or not to continue with you as a candidate. Alternatively, go back to the drawing board without wasting our time. And the beauty of our legal system is after a certain period of time, you can actually get your criminal record expunged. And what does that mean? That means they can remove it off the SAPS database. I am not a legal professional and I won't get into the intricacies of that, but you can definitely do your research around that. If you have a criminal record, does that mean you're unemployable? Absolutely not. But it is important to remain truthful and transparent at all times, because that's what makes the difference.